Every cold season, doctors' offices fill up with patients demanding one thing: antibiotics. It feels logical. You are sick, so you want medicine. But here's the uncomfortable truth: that prescription is doing nothing for your cold. Around 1 in 3 antibiotic prescriptions written for respiratory infections are completely unnecessary. That adds up to tens of millions of pointless prescriptions every single year. Each one carries a hidden cost. The core problem is simple: colds are caused by viruses, not bacteria. Antibiotics were designed specifically to kill bacteria. Using them against a virus is like sending firefighters to stop a flood. Wrong tool entirely. You've probably heard someone say a green or yellow snot color means you need antibiotics. That's actually a myth. Mucus color changes naturally as your immune system fights off any cold, viral or not. So what's really behind your stuffy nose? The vast majority of colds, over 95%, are purely viral. Only a small fraction ever develop a secondary bacterial complication that might actually need treatment. Colds aren't caused by just one virus, they're caused by over 200 different ones. Rhinovirus is the most common culprit, but coronaviruses, RSV, and adenoviruses all cause similar symptoms too. To understand why antibiotics fail here, you first need to understand what a virus actually is. It's not even a full living cell. It's a tiny package of genetic material that needs to invade your cells to survive. Unlike bacteria, viruses have no cell wall, no independent metabolism, and no machinery of their own to reproduce. That missing structure is exactly why antibiotics, which attack bacterial cell walls, have absolutely nothing to grab onto. Bacteria and viruses might seem similar, but they're fundamentally different organisms. Bacteria are full living cells that can reproduce on their own. Viruses can't reproduce at all without hijacking another cell's machinery. Here's how a cold virus actually operates. It attaches to a cell in your nose or throat, injects its genetic material inside, and forces that cell to start manufacturing thousands of new virus copies. The full replication cycle happens in stages. First, the virus attaches to a cell. Then it injects its genetic code. The cell copies the virus thousands of times, and finally, those new viruses burst out to infect neighboring cells. Now compare that to how antibiotics actually work. Most antibiotics target a bacterium's cell wall or its protein-making machinery, structures that simply don't exist in a virus. That's the biological reason antibiotics can't touch your cold. If you look at all respiratory infections, only a small slice actually involve bacteria that antibiotics can treat. The rest are viral, meaning no antibiotic on earth will speed up your recovery. Most cold viruses set up shop in your upper respiratory tract, your nose, sinuses, and throat. That's exactly where your immune system mounts its own defense. No antibiotics required. Part of the reason antibiotics can't reach viruses is pure scale. Bacteria are roughly 10 times larger than most viruses. Antibiotics are molecules shaped specifically to interact with bacterial-sized structures, not the far tinier viral particles. Under a microscope, the difference becomes obvious. Bacteria appear as distinct, complete cells you can actually see with standard microscopes. Viruses are so small they're invisible without powerful electron microscopy. Every unnecessary antibiotic prescription has a cost beyond your wallet. Bacteria exposed to antibiotics they don't need start evolving resistance. Over the past few decades, antibiotic resistance rates have climbed steadily worldwide. Quick pause. If this breakdown is helping you, take a second to hit like and subscribe. It genuinely takes a lot of effort to make videos like this, and your support keeps them coming. The global scale of this problem is staggering. Antibiotic-resistant infections are already linked to over 1 million deaths worldwide every year. Health experts warn this number could keep rising if misuse continues. Consider a patient who took antibiotics for every cold over several years, even though none of them needed it. Eventually, she developed a genuine bacterial infection that no longer responded to first-line antibiotics, forcing doctors to use stronger, riskier drugs instead. Several habits drive this resistance crisis. Taking antibiotics for viral illnesses, stopping a course early, and overusing antibiotics in livestock farming all push bacteria to evolve faster. Each unnecessary dose adds to the problem. Resistance rates aren't the same everywhere. Regions with looser prescription rules and easier over-the-counter access tend to show noticeably higher rates of resistant bacterial strains circulating in their populations. To be clear, antibiotics aren't always the wrong choice. Strep throat, bacterial sinusitis lasting over 10 days, and confirmed bacterial pneumonia are all situations where antibiotics genuinely help. The key is confirming a bacterial cause first. Trace the pathway and you'll see the problem clearly. Cold symptoms lead to a doctor visit. Some visits result in unnecessary prescriptions, and every unnecessary prescription adds pressure toward resistance building up over time. The end result is what health experts call superbugs, bacteria that no longer respond to standard treatment. These resistant infections are harder, slower, and more expensive to treat, and some have no reliable treatment left at all. So what should you actually do when a cold hits? Rest as much as possible, drink plenty of fluids, and give your immune system the time it needs to clear the virus on its own. Most colds resolve within 7 to 10 days without any intervention. But watch for warning signs: a fever lasting more than 3 days, worsening symptoms after initial improvement, or difficulty breathing all warrant a doctor's visit. If a doctor confirms a genuine bacterial complication, like strep throat, antibiotics become appropriate. In that specific case, a short, targeted course actually clears the infection because now there's real bacteria for the drug to attack. Compare to patients with the same viral cold. One takes unnecessary antibiotics, the other doesn't. Both recover in roughly the same 7 to 10 days, but the antibiotic user also risks side effects like stomach upset and disrupted gut bacteria. Taking antibiotics you don't need really only has downsides. There's no benefit to your recovery time, but there's real risk of side effects, disrupted gut bacteria, and contributing to resistance that affects everyone around you. Quick check: your child has a runny nose, mild cough, and no fever for 2 days. Should they be given antibiotics? Think about what you've learned before the answer appears. The takeaway is simple. Antibiotics fight bacteria, not viruses, and your common cold is almost always caused by a virus. Save antibiotics for confirmed bacterial infections, and let your immune system do what it does best. One final number worth remembering: about 95% of colds need nothing more than rest, fluids, and patience. The other 5% will show clear signs a doctor can catch, no guessing required. Thanks so much for watching. If this helped, like the video and subscribe for more clear, exam-ready breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next one.